Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we talk about organization, how I organize all my life in Notion. Notion is an app of organization. You can organize all your life on Notion. You can have calendar, to-do lists, reading list. You can have everything on Notion. So a lot of people are using Notion to organize their lives. If you don't know Notion, you can watch this video and understand a little bit more about the concept of organization on an app. So let's get to my Notion. That's basically my personal dashboard. Here is where all my life it is. So here I have my personal dashboard. So I have some things to show. For example, I separated all my life in 4 areas. The first area is basically personal. I have my finances, my health, my calendar. In life, I have my reading list, my watching list, and some things about studies, because I love to study. I study arts and cinema by myself. If you study on Notion, you can use my template. I have my work. That's basically clients and projects that I'm working on. And here I have content creation. Content creation is basically YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of the social medias that I post videos. I have notes. That's basically my goals, things that I want to focus on, some tests, some to-do lists. So let's start. On my personal, I have finances. Finances is basically here where I organize all my financial life. I have this is a template creator. So you can just click here and you have this. This is basically the template that I created. So for example, I have the money that I started the month. I have my expenses. I have some tags that I want to show you. I have my income. So that's basically all the money that I receive from YouTube, for freelancing, for my part-time job. And that's basically a template. So you can click here, you create another template. That's basically how I organize my finances. I have healthy. Health is one of the most important things, because I think that healthy is basically our mind and our body. So for example, sometimes we take care of our body, we work out, we run, we do a lot of things, but we don't organize our mental health and our mind. I like to write everything on Notion. For example, I have my tops right here, and I have my monthly recap. A weekly recap is basically how I organize my mind through the weeks. For example, I have this template right here. I took this template from Asia Jackson, so if you don't know her channel, it's basically, I will link down below. I have my calendar right here. Basically, my calendar is just a calendar with some properties, and it's really basic. I think that if you make your Notion really simple but useful, that's the best way to start. Because when you do something really complicated that you can't use every single day, or you just use sometimes, that's not cool, because in a week you use 1 or 2 times. But if you did something simple, something that's for you, something that you're excited about, you use more. And that's the whole point. You have to use Notion, not just make templates and see how it's pretty. In my life, I basically have 3 lists. It's basically my reading list, my watching list, and things that I want to study. For example, in my reading list, I have a lot of books here, actually. I have a lot of books. On October, that's the books that I finished. For example, I finished this on October, then I finished this in November, and this in December. Reading these 3 books, I am almost done with this. It's probably a 5-star or 4-star, I don't know. I think it's a problem. I think it's a 5-star. And I put here the day that I just finished it. My goal to this month is basically read 4 books. So I'm finishing this, and this. And I have another one. It's basically about Monet and Vincent van Gogh. So I will show you guys like right now. I have my watching list. Here on my watching list, I have basically some movies that I really like to watch. For example, movies about famous directors. For example, Quentin Tarantino, Woody Allen, Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino again, Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson is one of my favorite directors of all life. So if you like Wes Anderson, you know what I'm talking about. I have the Royal Tenenbaums. I love this movie. It's really, really great. You have to watch this. And here I have basically my rate. For example, if I really like it, the movie is basically excellent. If I just like it, it's good. If I didn't like it so much, it's not so good. If I, it's okay. Bad, really bad. This is basically waste of time. I don't think that I choose a movie that is waste of time. I really like it, all of the movies. And here it is where I spend all my time. Like, it's basically all my days is here. It's basically my studies. So if you like to study, you don't know how to study on Notion or using a PDF or using a file that you Google Docs, Notion is really, really good to study. Really, really good. I'll show you things that I want to study is basically cinema, music, languages. I have arts, I have history, and I have my reading list right here. That's a difference between a page, that's a page, and that's a little arrow right here. This means that this is a link. The page is not here, it's not created here. Actually, the page is created here. Here's the page, but I can just put a link on it. For example, I click here, I click link to page, and here you just found the link that you want. It's really, really simple, but it's really, really helpful. That's how I organize my week. I have Spanish, I have art, I have cinema, I have history, I have lunch, and I have Italian, I have editing, and I repeat this through the week. To create this, it's really, really simple. You just have to create a task. For example, this. You create in mode select, you create the days of the week, and again, you create the mode select, you create the hours of the day. In cinema, I have something really, really good. It's basically my watching list, again. Shooting, like for example, some directors that I want to study. I have some softwares. So let's start on shooting. I have Roger Deakins. That's basically the guy who made Blade Runner. Blade Runner is an amazing movie. I really love this movie. I love the colors. And I have here a lesson that is basically learning to light, how we can light like him. All of my studies about cinema is from Studio Binder. Studio Binder is not sponsored. Again, it's not sponsored. But Studio Binder is basically how I study about cinema. They are really, really good. The videos are really, really good produced, and everything is amazing on his channel. So subscribe on Studio Binder. Is really, really good. I have Kubrick right here. It's basically the colors. Another video. That's the cover from The Shining. That's the carpet. And I have Christopher Nolan. I didn't study yet, but the page is created. So I have editing. Basically, I have After Effects, where I put all of these effects. I have Premiere Pro. That's really simple, but it's helping me a lot. For example, I put here the name of the video. I put here what is stitching, and I put here the link. So it's basically, you just click here and click in link and URL. I have languages. So here I have Spanish, English, and Italian, everything in Italiano. So for example, I have di basi, pronomi, frasi, le mie parole più usate, canzoni italiane, lezione. I have arts. That's basically one of my best study tips. For example, in arts I have Monet, I have Vincent van Gogh, and I have Michelangelo, I don't know. It's basically my clients and projects. I put everything here. That's not here, that's a link, you can see. That's 3 links. That's on Workspace. My Workspace is right here. So I will not open this right now because it's something that I'm working on. So it's some projects that I'm trying to get, it's some clients that I'm talking to. So I will not expose this right now. In nodes, I have my goals, and I have focus and test. In goals, I have this page. I have some phrase right here. That's a call out if you are trying to make something similar. That's a milestone. A milestone is basically things that I want to achieve this year and step by step. For example, I have 100 subscribers, 500, 1K, 5K, 10K, 100K. That's basically my milestones. I have my trophies. Trophies is basically where I will put all of the big goals that I have to this year. For example, I don't know, move to live by myself, go to Europe, all of these things that I will put right here next time. I have this is really good. That's here where I put all of my goals, but separating in months. For example, I have January, I have this pic that represents my biggest goal, that is go to a waterfall and record some things. I have February, March, April, we are now creating. That's basically a gallery. I have board view and table view. So it's basically you just create something. For example, I create a calendar. And add a view. You have all of these things, timeline, calendar, list. You go to gallery and create. And this will create another gallery. It's really simple. That's basically my personal dashboard. I really want to get everything simple. It's not so simple for if you never use a Notion in your life, that's a little bit complicated. But when you start using, you can see that it's really simple. You can handle with all these things. Now we go to a place that is really complicated. It's a really stressful, but it's a workspace. My workspace is basically my client's project, a Skillshare class that I want to try to make on the next video, I think. I have my content creation and my schedule. So here's basically where I will put my energy on my work. For example, I like to painting, I like to draw, so I'm working as a part-time illustrator. I illustrate every day 1 p.m. I have 2 p.m. from 8 or 9 p.m. just work on YouTube stuff. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all these social medias, all the videos, I basically work at afternoon. I have Look Back On. Look Back On is basically where I put everything that I want to see again or I want to see next week or next month. It's basically some videos, I have some books, I have some entertainment, some cinema, some movies. Everything is right here. And I have a rating, a link, if it's done or not, the type of media, the category, and the name. It's basically here, so it's just things that I want to try. That's basically my workspace. I have everything here. I have a cover. That's in Norway, if I'm not wrong. Now we have the last part is basically content creation. I really like to produce videos, and I have the thematic music, my templates. So all of my Notion templates I will put right here. So I have 2021 templates right here. I will put some templates of this video. So if you are seeing this video and you see, oh my god, I really like this template, I want to try this template, this will be linked in on the description. I have my schedule. Schedule is where the most ideas are here. So that's basically my ideas. It's a mess. I will try to blur some things here. But it's basically books that changed my life. It's a video. It is right here if you want to watch it. I have how to achieve your goals in 2021. It's something personal. It's not about books. You write it, record it, edit it, and post it. I have how I organize my entire life. That's basically the video that I'm doing right now. So it was written, now is being recorded, then I will edit and post it. And that's basically how I organize my Notion. I know that Notion is a little bit complicated to organize. If you never use it in your life, you probably see as a all-in-one app, and it's really hard to understand. All the templates will be linked down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.